What is going on, guys and girls? It's Ghost Robo, and welcome back to Black Ops 3. Today we're taking the lovely Outrider out to play with her strung-up Sparrow bow, mixing the modes up and mixing the maps up. Domination on Hunted, ready to go as we tango with two teams of 5 here and see how many kills we can get with that super sexy bow. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed these Black Ops videos and want more of them. After playing the beta now for 2 days, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I can't get enough of it. I really don't have much else to say except that I think it's a huge improvement over the past 2 years, and I think this just may be the game that I really get into. One, because it's awesome, and two, because as of the beta so far, I'm pretty good at it. This is a 30-plus kill round here that you're about to see, which I think is not too bad at all for myself, somebody who's not really hardcore into online shooters, really. And we're using a new gun, the Razorback here, which just may be like the best gun in the beta. I saw a lot of people talking about it on Twitter, and that person probably heard me talking about it and saw me then, sniping me from across the way. I thought today, though, instead of talking about the match itself, we would talk about weird dreams that must be video game influenced. That guy on top of a rock, not a good spot to be, buddy. But I dream a lot. I have weird dreams. I went through a phase where I didn't dream at all for a while, and that's probably because I was getting solid sleep. And the past couple months, I've been getting horrible sleep, and so I have the most insane dreams ever. And I thought I'd tell you guys the ones that have happened recently that seem to be like direct result of me involving myself with video games every day. We're about to go on a nice bow streak here from this spot. But anyways, the first one I want to talk to you about was an escape scene with me and my 2 brothers. So we were somehow in this like moving truck type vehicle, and we were trying to get away from this evil group. I don't even really know who they were or why they wanted us, but they were hunting us down for some reason. And it was like this epic chase sequence where we were in like a moving truck, and then we like tried to jump out of that, and we got on just like a normal like pickup truck, and we're trying to get away and hide from them, and we kept failing. They kept finding us. We could not, get away from them. We couldn't lose them. We couldn't gain any ground until finally we were able to like smash into their car, kind of like Burnout style, and gain a little bit of separation. And from there, what we did was we made it to I get so many kills on this guy in a row, I feel bad. We got to this little like town, and we were trying to find a place to hide out, and I was like so freaked out. They were gonna find us, kill my brothers, kill me. Not good. We ended up sneaking into the basement of a family house. They didn't know we were there. We didn't tell them or anything. We're just going to be there and do our darndest to stay out of the way. And I knew that the bad guys were chasing us. So we went in the basement and hid in their big closet and underneath some blankets. And we parked our car like in a hidden location so they couldn't see that and recognize we were there. And then after a day, we all fell asleep, I guess, in my dream, which was weird. And then the next thing I knew was the next day, and so we were able to escape and get out of there, and they were nowhere in sight. But then I was terrified because I didn't want to go back home. I thought they might be camping out my house. I didn't know where to go from there, what I should do. Freaky dream, woke up in kind of a panic. Next one gets weirder from here. I was in a graveyard, again with my family. And all of a sudden we see this dog creature spitting like this acid out. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And they're like, you're going to have to kill it, otherwise it's going to get us. And I was like, I'm going to kill it? Are you kidding me? And so I got a little bit closer. We're going to have to kill this thing. I think we had like spear spike type weapons. And it turns out that it was actually my dog. I have a miniature poodle. She's 11 pounds, about as menacing as a stuffed animal. But she was like diseased and like zombified, and she's like spewing acid, so we had to kill her, which I felt terrible about. And then I realized that the graveyard was just like the first level of this weird apocalypse. We had to then go through kind of like this old-timey like medieval area, which was definitely reminiscent of Dark Souls, and because I played so much of those games where there were these guys standing there, they weren't very smart, they were just like kind of like thrusting their weapons at us, and we tried to like nudge our way through them, and we ended up in this hut. And we got to this table, and we were backed into a corner, me and my brother, and we had to get this bread, because we were going to feed them the bread to try to make them stop what they were doing, their patterns, and kind of throw them off balance. But before we could do that, the little hut room transformed into a big family reunion of my mom's side of the family, and they were talking about some like big ordeal with some person I'd never seen before, and I have no idea why or what was going on. And my mom was kind of leading the discussion. Some like serious like Game of Thrones, Hunger Games, like secret base in the middle of nowhere stuff. But yeah, the freaky graveyard dog thing was kind of in between terrifying and also terribly sad because it was my puppy, who's now, what, 15 years old, not really much of a puppy. And I'll doing pretty good this round, wouldn't you say? Other ones, that's another nice kill on that dude. Same guy, I'm so sorry. I think we've killed him like a dozen times. Anyways, the next one, oh my gosh. Sometimes, like, I wish grenades weren't in the game. I know, like, they're part of it and whatever, but I'd rather see or at least be killed by a freaking person with accuracy instead of just wild flinging grenades, especially when you're at the, you know, like, building up a good streak. But I guess that's sort of part of the fun, is the fact that it can be a little bit of randomness thrown there into your battle. My brother always had this weird dream about climbing into an elevator with a one-eyed witch, and she would like show him her eyeball that wasn't in, and he would like get really freaked out and then wake up. That was like his recurring terrifying dream. And the weirdest thing about dreams is how like you remember them in the moment so vividly, and even when you wake up and tell them to people, and the next thing you know, you can't remember them. Next one, I was playing basketball with the Chicago Bulls, but it was outside at a like an outdoor court. This one, I guess, could be influenced by NBA 2K16. Anyways, I was playing basketball, and the coach was like, who are our shooters? And I was like, well, definitely me, because I'm very good at shooting, especially like from a three-point range and all that. And so we're playing the Chicago Bulls, and I went on like a 9-0 run by myself, brought us back, outdoor courts, big scoreboards outside. And then, all of a sudden, one of the scoreboards, they intentionally, like, sabotaged it so it would stop the clock, and they're like, oh well, we have to like stop the game and make sure what's going on, and they couldn't figure it out, blah blah blah. It was kind of weird, especially because they were driving in their car now. All of a sudden, dreams don't make any sense. They're driving in their car. The team we were playing wasn't an NBA team. I don't know who they were. So then my mom decided, because apparently my family's like in every single dream I have, she decided we should go get bagels. So we left the court, not the Chicago Bulls, just me. And we went and got bagels at this like store around the corner, and we're going back to drive to the courts, and like, you know, this is like NBA players playing an outdoor court with a few fans. Makes no sense. And it was raining and snowing all of a sudden. They couldn't get the scoreboard fixed. I was pissed off. My stats weren't going to count, and I just scored 9 in a row with the Chicago freaking Bulls, and no one was going to get to know about it or see. And you may think that these dreams are totally made up, but they're not. The next one was a weird third-person dream where it didn't even involve me. Oh, that's a sad, sad state of thrust affairs. I don't know if you guys have ever had these kind of dreams. This one's weird in two ways. One, it wasn't me I was seeing in the dream. I was like viewing something, and what I was viewing was like cell shaded / cartoony, which I didn't know you could dream in like different styles until recently. When it happened to me a couple times, and this is not like drug infused at all. I don't do anything like that. I never have and never will. This is just probably exhaustion, insanity. So it was kind of like Zelda Skyward Sword, where you're flying through the skies, through Skyloft, and this like girl was flying on this like bird, kind of Zelda-ish bird thing, and trying to go through these rings. And she had decided if she wanted to align with the sun or the moon, and she was rising through the sky, and there were these two little planetoids, the sun and the moon, which weren't going to burn you in any way, I guess. And so she went with the sun, and like calm, nice, happy music kicked in. It was like victory, and she flew through and was collecting all these fruits, like very video game collectible style, and then flew through the last ring and then descended down. And then that dream actually led into that graveyard dream I told you about, which then totally changed course in such a weird freaking way. Even as I'm telling you these dreams, I've had ones like flicker into my mind and then disappear, which I wonder if they dug into your brain, like if you have a super extensive memory of your dreams or not. Like how far back do you really store the memories of what you know, see in your head while you're sleeping? It would be really interesting. Maybe they've already probably have done a study like that. I have not had much luck against this guy up on the hill, so let's throw a grenade there and grab that kill. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you standing put and letting me blow you up. It's interesting how like blown up some people get in this game when you use a couple of those special weapons. They get crazily blown up, or you just get hit with a Hellstorm missile in the middle of the hallway. Everybody has like the same kill streaks on right now, which I think is kind of annoying. I hope that they open up a few more of them in the full game. You don't have access to hardly any when you start off, and for the first like 10 levels or something, you really don't have much of any like cool stuff. I mean, yeah, you have like the UAV, and you have the Hellstorm missile and the Talon drone, and that's like fine and whatever, but it would be nice if there was a little bit of variety, so everyone wasn't Hellstorming the heck out of the maps, and everybody wasn't you know, Talon droning once they got a good run. Anyways, trying to pick my spots. Learning the maps a little bit better, that has definitely helped quite a bit. If you don't know, my reoccurring dream that I had when I was little involved a very spooky train and a serene garden that quickly got churned up and chopped up. Like, all these kids were in this garden, everyone's playing and happy, and then before you know it, all these black machines of, like, death and doom and destruction come, where they're literally, like, this peaceful courtyard garden, these spiked, like, turbine spinner type doomsday devices come out of the walls. I don't know why there's walls outside, and then start eating everybody alive, basically. And the creepiest part was this big black train that would come through the middle of the garden, and there was a dude standing on top of the train. And I had this dream tons of times, dozens of times when I was a kid, and I always wanted to find out who that guy on top of the train was, and I never quite could. I also had a dream that I was in a different house than I have ever lived in. My family lived there, of course, and some of my relatives were over, and we were in the basement watching a Miyazaki movie. If you don't know, like Hayao Miyazaki, Spirited Away, Totoro, Princess Mononoke. It was one that doesn't exist, so that was interesting. I don't know how my mind created it. It had a plot and everything. I wish I could remember it specifically, but very just freaky that I don't know, that much detail in dreams just kind of weirds me out. Anyways, then it turned into this war scene. We were watching fireworks outside, and it was really other countries' bombers, like, fighting, and these military guys came over, and we all huddled together, and we were trying to decide if we should evacuate or not. Clearly, like, very Call of Duty slash any shooter game based, and I was kind of scared, but not as scared as I really would be at all. It seemed pretty harmless as these bombers were flying directly over the lake that I apparently lived on. Just complete madness. I think the one that, like, sticks with me the most, though, and I can see the most vividly, is that chase sequence I described first. Like, hiding out in those... God, that's a nice shot. Hiding out in those people's house and being terrified, and then waking up the next day and, like, hoping that they weren't pissed off at us and trying to explain it. That was, like, a very stressful situation as I move towards 40 kills here. We're at 34. It's looking pretty nice. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the little switch up of the mode and the map, and bringing Sparrow in, who everybody, or Outrider, gosh, with Sparrow, that everybody wanted to see. Let me know what specialist you'd like to see more of next. I'm working my way towards Seraph and hopefully Reaper, because I really want to be him with that minigun, or if, I don't know if he's Reaper or the gun is Reaper. But anyways, 35 kills, top of the leaderboard, 4,200 points. We will take that podium finish and love it up a lot, because for me, like, this is a really good game. Getting that many kills, I'm pretty proud of, and I got the final kill cam, which was nice. So I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you're enjoying the Black Ops coverage. Let me know if you want more of it. I really want to bring you guys more of it, because I'm loving playing this, and it'd be cool to share more of these sweet experiences with you. If you're in the beta, awesome. If not, I might have more chances for you to win soon, especially if you're looking to play on Xbox One later in the week / next week. Until that time, though, guys and girls, thanks so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed. Have a fantastic day. You are awesome. First place, baby, as we're ranking our way up through the first 50. Till next time, everybody, drink some hot shot. Thanks again. We'll see you all later.